What's up guys, Stormy Senpai here, and welcome to a video on my channel. I know it's been a long time, so what you guys are seeing is a potential new series on my channel called, of course, Morning Coffee with Stormy, where we're going to sit down and discuss certain things involving Splatoon, obviously. And you know, I'm still going to do my crazy shit like I always do, you know, my Black Air Force energy and whatnot, but I thought it would be a good idea to, like, you know, have a segment where I'm just calm, you know, and I too energetic. But you know what, more updates on my channel later, because as you can obviously see, I got me a setup now, so I'm gonna be doing a lot more content and a lot more creative stuff that you guys would love to see in the future. So be sure to subscribe and keep a lookout. We'll get more into like what I'm gonna do with this channel now that I have a setup another time. So, but we're gonna go straight to the main topic, and that is the LAN event that I went to, which was Lowtie City here in Texas. This was in my state, so you know damn well I had to pull up. It was 3 hours away from me, so it was like easy access, so you know I had to go. And this was my first LAN, and so I'm super excited to share my experience with y'all. Now, if you don't really care about any of this stuff and just want to see the highlights of me and my team playing, then go ahead and skip to this time right here. Alright, but if you want to keep listening, then go ahead and listen up. So I will say that I had an absolute blast. Because I watch a lot of Smash, competitive Smash, and then just seeing it live happen right in front of me was just insane. I met a lot of different Smash players, but I saw Spargo, I saw Zamba, I saw Luis. It was just crazy. But I got pictures with the ones I really wanted to meet. I got a picture with Aaron, MK Leo, even got a picture with my favorite Smash player, Cola. It was crazy. I can't believe I was there. I sat there and watched Top 8. I watched Grand Finals. It was great. I loved it. And I will go on over to, and I also met a lot of my friends from the Splatoon scene. Oh, it was so good seeing all of them. I met 2 people from my inner circle, which I will get into later. But overall, it was an amazing time. Gotta talk about the fire pit. It was like kind of our like little hangout spot. For the most part, down at that fire pit is where we just engage in conversation, drinks, and stuff like that. It was nice. I liked it. It was a lot of fun. Definitely going to the next LAN, which is Riptide, sometime in September. Hopefully, I'll have my full team go with me this time, which seems very likely. But yeah, that's what it is. So about like persistence and whatnot, this was not like persistence. Like, the only person that was playing with who was persistent was Lucio, and that's about it. I had 2 subs, being Acor and NM. They were not bad, but it just wasn't persistence. It wasn't my team. It wasn't the core players. So we just had to make work with what we got, you know. But before we get into like the tournament highlights, we gotta go into how we got there. First off, I had to go pick up my friend Sky, and they are a very close friend of mine, so I was very happy to see him. I had to pick him up from the airport, so I was very happy when I pulled up. I could not stop smiling. I was very happy to see them here. I'll show you real quick.
You about slow as shit. You about slow as shit.
I'm just like...
I'm right here.
Hi.
What's up, Scott? Put your shit in the car, let's go.
So then after that, we went home, crashed at my house for the night. We woke up at like 7:30 in the morning, and then we headed out. So the drive was about 3 hours away, you know? But you know, so we got there in about 2 hours and 30 minutes. Picked up my teammate Lucy from the airport. I don't have footage of that, sadly, because I was driving, so I didn't want to crash the car, obviously. You don't drive with your phone out, that's retarded. Don't do that. And so we made our way to the resort, and then, oh my god, y'all, the place was huge. The place was big, you know. So we pulled it, we were just amazed by it. Lucio went to Riptide, so we saw the Kalahari that was in Ohio, nowhere near the size of this here in Texas. So it was just crazy. You know, we just pulled up, went to our room, and then later on went to go pick up my other teammates, being Acor, and picked them up, and then we were just chilling at the hotel. We had had a lot of fun there, doing a bunch of dumb stuff. Here, I'll just show you guys. I have never seen a competitive Splatoon nigga so desperate to play solo queue a day in their life. This motherfucker has been sitting here. He's trying out what the Cali Hard Wi-Fi to play solo queue. He's so fucking desperate. He's been trying for the last 30 minutes. Quick try it, bro. It's not gonna work. What bar, my nigga connected to this shit? That shit not, look, this shit not gonna work, nigga. Look at you, try it. Watch this shit not gonna work. Look at this motherfucker. Look at you. Alright, so the little buffet we're trying to eat to is cheaper for the little kids. And Edgar kind of like a little kid. So we're gonna see if this shit works. Alright. Oh man, so as you can see, we had a real good time. Alright, enough of that shit. Time to get into my team's tournament highlights. The first round was not streamed. We played against Up the Ante, and then we just threw them to the side. We 3-0'd them. So now we're going to get into the stream match, which is like our round 2 in our group. So hope you guys enjoy. I'll come back and commentate later when necessary. Hope y'all enjoy. See ya.
Kind of expected there. Yeah. Oh no, it's Persistence. Team Blob versus Persistence. It's Persistence, super old team. You see Stormy on stage there, unwinding their headset, ready to go there. Lucio also. I don't know who Lucio is in person, but that is a brush player who I've had nightmares about, because we used to scrap with those guys way back in like 2020. Now this is Persistence, but it's the two players, NM and Ekwar, I believe. Those are 2 subs, so it's not like straight up Persistency. No Bear Paw, no Neo, no Cannon, who are probably watching back home, rooting on their squad here. But still, anything you got Stormy involved with is traditionally pretty good.
Yeah, find out, because I think these teams are ready to get going. So let's hop in to game 1 of Persistence versus Blob Bathymetry.
Okay, Perma Brush coming out from Lucio. You'll want to keep an eye on Lucio. That brush is going to go all over the place and just try to flank non-stop. And already going off to Useless, trying to just build off armor and then jump in, I'm assuming. But the playstyle of that brush is just get behind you once. It just has to work once, and then the game's over.
Yeah, and I mean, with that, Blob able to get a pretty early pick, trying to push out this Persistence team as they now have armor, trying to push forward once again. And Stormy able to get a pick there on Airsign, as they now are going to go up and throw a Booyah Bomb. But it looks like Seekant from the Tetris trying to splash down there, and trying to push forward, but not able to do much right now. And they're doing a really good job just holding them out and locking out these Persistence members. And look at that map control. Persistence trying to just push forward from mid, but we see Lucio with the brush trying to do a little bit of a flank. They have Ninja Squid attached to that brush. It unfortunately is going to get countered by the Ink Armor. Ninja Squid no longer in effect when that happens, but they're
smooth on them. Oh, and Sue says none of that, please, thank you. But that's just how that brush player kind of works. You're just going to see that all the game long.
You know, if it works, it works. You got to do what you need to do to try to get these wins. And Sue doing a really good job just trying to push forward and keeping this cap for Blob, as there is going to be a trade 3v3. Lucio once again trying to get that flank going up the ramp, but is spotted there by Airsign as they contest the zone. Will it be enough to cap? Not quite, as they're trying to push up, use some of these specials, take down Skep, and now have the zone and pushing forward.
Persistence showing a little bit of life here. Hey, it was a lot of points, because basically you just got to throw the blobs onto the zone and it shuts down everything. And if they can find a way to put penalty points on here, they can hold on to it. Zeke trying to stay alive, and this is an awkward Tetra versus a aggressive Brush player. Brush goes down, but Stormy staying alive, immediately popping that Booyah Bomb, and they keep the zone going more.
Yeah, Stormy got really lucky getting that Booyah Bomb off, because they had 2 people trying to contest them. As Persistence trying to stay alive, will it be enough for them to take the lead? It is just halfway with time remaining. They're able to hold on, but they do lose control of the zone, and this is a big map. There are so many opportunities in places that you can paint. So, like you said, it's just hard to lock a team out.
It's a special spammy map for sure. Sue trying to get something going. Can they take care of the knot? They do, but now they're the last player left alive, and there's not much. Can they kind of make a hero play right here? There's 2v4. Sue almost decided to take that fight, instead backs off, delays a little bit here, but Persistence in a situation to put him away.
Yeah, Airsign and Seekant trying to push down mid. Will it be enough? Seekant with a splash on, trying just to contest the zone, but it's not going to be enough. And, ooh, Blob is almost going to do it. Can Persistence regain control of the zone for just a split second? But they are 2 players down. This might be a cap by Blob, and they just had a game-saving cap. 72.
Stormy trying to take care of Seekit, who does take care of Lucio. Seekit having themselves a pretty good day right now. Tetris on LAN is a different beast.
Yeah, we see there. I mean, I just love the splat count. We have 12 kills from each member of each team, but now Blob trying to continue this lockout, and they're doing a really good job. They've been holding on to the zone for quite some time. Will it be enough for them to cap it? You hate to lose a game just based on 1 point, but we'll see what happens as Persistence trying to be a little more aggressive, trying to push forward, using some of their specials too, but we have about 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, flipping it back, that is huge. Those 43 penalty points is a mile long right now. So yeah, if this is a win by the Blob team, they're going to have like a minute and a half of overtime, which is going to be crazy stressful for them, but awesomely entertaining for us. But oh man, 2 players going down. I don't think they have enough time to gap both zones before it ends.
You know, it's going to be hard with the wipe. I was going to say just the junior alive, but that looks like it will be it for Blob, as Persistence are going to get this game. What a fun game 1.
That was Persistence able to get control of the mid for the opening. Sue saying, you know what, let's try Blob and Squiffer. Let's see if that can work out.
Yeah, and I mean, you just, because the Blob, it's such a slow fire rate. Now, it can definitely paint in areas that typically aren't conventional. So as long as you just move to the side, get one good pick, you are able to take them down. But now Persistence has the tower, and they are going to be getting to this first checkpoint. Ooh, as we see Skep able to push up and stay alive with this rain too. So Persistence, though, doing a good job getting through this first checkpoint as we have a 3v3. And a lot of map control as well.
Yeah, Seekit off of Tetris this time around. Still trying to use that same playstyle of like, hey, look at me away. I might die, but the rest of my teammates can attack the tower, but it's difficult to do when Stormy has that Booyah Bomb built up, and now Skep kind of stuck in this awkward situation of trying to rain blobs onto the tower. Lucio in a good position, putting the beacons down. Kind of working as like a 5th player, obviously, kind of just give you like something else that you got to shoot at right now. But yeah, Persistence is rolling.
Hey, that's a wipe.
That's it. That's done.
With that, I mean, it's hard on tower, especially when you have.
Going with that Squiffer again. I mean, you want a little bit more speed than what you have with tower control, obviously. So I get the K-shot pick here. But they're going to need to find a way to get some splats. Oh, this is a potentially scary situation. Who's coming through mid? Is that Seekit?
That was Seekit.
Stopping it for a little bit.
Seekit able to get a little bit of a flank and get the pick. And man, this Rainmaker map, it can go so quickly if you just take it up mid. Now, the problem is it's hard, but there's just not a lot of room that you need to take it. Now, Lucio trying to go up the left side, able to climb up there as they're now pushing forward, staying alive, doing a good job. But just one player alive, now it's the not. So this will likely be popped by Blob as they are going to be picking up the Rainmaker and trying to move it back towards mid.
Didn't really see that beacon before. Who knows where more beacons are?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be in different positions each time that person respawns.
Got close.
They got very close, all the way to 36, taking up that left side. And now, and a good response. Good jump out by Skep too. Persistence keeping it alive. Now they want to get control of mid now. They're going to pop the Rainmaker and likely try and contend mid to get these picks before they move the Rainmaker up.
2 minutes left to go, plenty of time, especially if Sue can get up there, but Stormy says, nah, not today.
But one thing it can do is make the enemy team nervous, saying like, hey, they are able to push up, they are able to maybe take this lead. We don't want them to do that again. So the fact that Persistent knows it's possible for Blob to do it, that can put them on their toes. But now Persistent's trying to continue holding on to map control, taking down, now we have a 3v3, but this is just favoring Persistence right now. If nobody's picking up the Rainmaker really, it's just going to favor the team who's winning.
Persistence is doing a very good job of shutting down that main scoring lane. They want to force their the Blob team to the right. Seekit pushing down mid here. If Seekit can start popping off, but man, it seems like whenever somebody tries to get something good going there, Stormy's the one who shuts it down.
Yeah, Stormy has been shutting it down for quite some time, and look at the map control now by Blob. They're able to pick up the Rainmaker, trying to take it on this left side, but they are caught by 2 players from Persistence. How long can they stay alive? Ooh, and Sue able to get a very good pick there. That's definitely going to help them. Airsign trying to...
but it's always behind.
Yeah.
Those 2 players behind, you got to find out where those beacons are.
Yeah.
You think you got the clear route, and all of a sudden, no. Oh, but now you do. Now you do.
Ooh, not quite enough to get up to the top, but like you said, if you can't find the brush player, they are behind you. You will get splatted by them.
Every time. Okay, who's behind us? And when you're constantly like looking behind you and in front of you at the same time, splitting your attention, even you're starting to like hunt for ghosts that aren't even there. But now, oh, 3 players go down. Now you just got to find the NZAP. They have to be in front of you now. They're still going the slower route, though.
Yeah, they are trying to take it up the left side. It's slower, a little more conservative, but with a player life like that, you need to be aggressive and take advantage of that. Unfortunately, the Rainmaker is going to go down. 2 players also down for Blob. Skip trying to pick it up, but it's going to go down, and that will likely be it for Blob, as Persistence did a really good job locking members of Blob out and getting this win.
They haunted them. They haunted them. I mean, again, when you think you got the lane and then people come from behind you, the rest of the game, you're just going to be like looking for things that aren't even there.
Right.
It was like, okay, where are they going to come from this time?
Yeah.
That is 2020 version of Persistence. That's why I say I hate playing against them, because they force you to concentrate the entire time.
Yeah.
Textbook Persistence there.
Yeah.
So we ended up winning that game 3-0 at match 3-0. We unfortunately go on to lose 3-0 to the number 1 seed in our group, being 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got put down in redemption bracket, and so now we're fighting for a spot in top 12 for day 2 tomorrow.
Here we go. Round 1. This is redemption pools. It is a round robin format. These teams will play everyone in a group of 4. The top 2 teams will
Path, but Persistence is in the way. It looks like that 2 members have been picked off at 2 for 2, but they did finally stop the Rainmaker with the Booyah Bomb.
raring to go with the Booyah Bomb getting popped on the side of Persistence, but that's a
from
fantastic pit from Surskit.
Is he gonna get another one? Skit got another one here, and just does get shut down in the corner, but great picks from Surskit, but there is 3 down on the side of YaYa Stars, so Persistence here with a really nice opening with 2 still respawning. It looks like they might opt to take it on this top left corner here.
And they're going to, and it is going to be a very open path. Although Surskit's there and got something to prove, but Lucio knows to go towards the right side, go for the jump, and almost makes it. That's a really decent push, especially leaving the Rainmaker up there, although having to expend the life for it is not going to be too useful. They do get mid back, which is important. You know, YaYa Stars needs to be able to not only stop the play, but then prevent them from having an advantageous
I think Stormy's going to go for this. Stormy's got it! Stormy's going to try and go forward. He got up to 24 points. What a play by Stormy, just clearing the spot with the Booyah Bomb and just going for it. Like, that was just a well done play, especially for a weapon like a K52 that could pull something like that off. Knot is down, armor's popped. There's still both knots are down on either side. This is still relatively good. It looks like the Zap just got picked down. Surskit here looking for a spot on top, but they're chasing that Rainmaker down on the other side. Oh, Skid, no!
Skid going after Stormy there, deciding to go into the void themselves. Call that a homie stock in Splatoon. I can't believe it. Getting the pop here again is YaYa Stars, and they've got a good position to push it. If they can get the end zap, and they do, Surskit's able to at least dance around for a little while, but it's going to get hopped on by 2 members of Persistence. If it's only one left alive, they're going to get taken down with a minute left. That's the push that they needed to at least get the momentum rolling, and it's just completely stopped by Persistence. What a good stop.
YaYa Stars can even get to the Rainmaker, but Persistence here just playing it like a lockout zones right now.
It really is. They're just leaving the Rainmaker in mid, which is a good strategy, especially since they have the beacons to get back in quickly if they do end up going down anyways. This is a good lockout scenario, knowing their win condition, but unfortunately they can't win if they don't have members alive. There are 2 down, getting jumps back in, but they're not going to have as many specials that they need to. But if they get sharked by Lucio, it's not going to matter. Again, they don't have the paint to clear out all of these brushes and all these ratty players, and because of that, Persistence is going to at least...
the LTC drip pick, guys. The LTC drip pick has happened.
A little bit of swagger, a little bit of sauce from Persistence. Needs to be so careful with this Ninja Squid brush roaming around, but he's going to be able to at least capitalize off of the man advantage and push forward, trying to shark out where this brush is. He knows that they're there. He knows that they've got an armor.
Clams. They have so many clams to work with here now. They had clams to make there, and now they're finally throwing in. So we'll see how well Persistence can find these people from underneath. But Skit just jumping in and around just to avoid being splatted. We saw, look at Skit's jumps. Just jumping everywhere, even splashdown.
That's a vanilla blaster. Wait a minute. I didn't even realize that's a splashdown blaster, which is perfect for stopping pushes and helping out on pushes just like this when they need to have a successful jump in. That's a good, very good strategy, especially with the mist combined. This is such a good team built composition. I love this. Trying to find an opening here. Surskit unfortunately going down
That's
the centerpiece. That's massive.
Oh,
and
this is
getting
where Lucio's
behind.
going to go in. Oh, look at that.
Doesn't even opt for the kills. Decides to go for the clams anyways because he knows the team has their back. And they're going to be jumping back to try and get a couple of clams here. They know that they could get locked out from mid where all the clams are spawning, and as well as getting that power clam from the basket of their own. They able to get it in barely and stay alive somehow with Stormy, and they're going to jump out. No, the hammer comes in right at the end, but that is a very good push and one that's hard to beat here on Piranha Pit.
Going for their team, and that came so much in handy here. Even went back to get the pity clam just to get more points, but we do see YaYa Stars finally getting the basket open here, but goes wiped immediately as soon as they open the basket.
Oh, I didn't see what happened. That's so unlucky. Unfortunately, not able to see where exactly they went wrong, but where they're going to go right inside of Persistence is getting to this basket again immediately and causing so much havoc. And Lucio, knowing that the armor is going to protect them, getting that triple. What in the world? And that's enough clams to end if this blaster does not get anywhere. They have a couple more clams.
Goodness.
They don't have enough to end quite yet, but it's going to be close. They have enough paint. They have enough pressure, and they have the jumps in. That's going to do it.
That goes in. That's game.
And Persistence is hype on the stage.
You can hear them. They're jumping up and down, like just in their seats, and they're so proud of that. Oh my goodness. Changed up a little bit, but otherwise similar comps coming out here. So each team knows what to expect. Skit, again, getting picked out early, and I think that's really helping Persistent to get this early lead, is picking off the blaster so then none of its fall off can get over these stacks. So Persistence closing out the basket early, but we see Stormy here trying to go in for something from the side, but is getting cut out by 2. The wall, of course, going to block this lane. So Stormy is going to get out of here alive still, and it looks like we got picks in zone back and forth, but it is in the favor of YaYa Stars right now. But I don't think it's going to be in the favor for YaYa Stars for very long.
Especially not with Lucio in this position,
Absolutely.
especially with Stormy moving in already. Look at how aggressive Lucio is being, trying to distract them away from the zone, or at least get behind them. And look at this picture situation being set up. Look at how the teammates are positioned all across the zone to just bait them in to get the crossfire going. That was amazing. Surskit is able to pick off 1. It's only 2 left alive for the members of Persistence, and Skirskit is somehow on the offensive here. All of a sudden, the lockout situation that they've been looking for is finally upon them, but Lucio is in the back.
There's still someone behind. We saw the armor go out, and the armor is a trigger for where people are, and it just showed that, hey, there's someone behind us. And that was Lucio, of course. So then the pinch is being set up again by Persistence, and they have got Cap.
I think that these spawns are backwards almost. That was so weird. And now Jammers is getting thrown away by this Nautilus, getting picked off like it's nothing. Surskit, though, is the one that's sharking this time, and unfortunately gets a little bit caught out in their own paint, getting a little bit stuck in that animation. And now all of a sudden the members of YaYa Stars are trickling away. They can't be doing this one by one. Surskit's going to try and go in. Lucio getting taken down by the mine, but it's not going to be enough.
Good old mine splats. I love mines. Mines are my best friend.
Your best friend, not Lucio's.
Nope, not Lucio's. In this case, the baller going in, looking to see if it gets something on the backside of zone here, and just calling for help. Nice pick on Stormy there. Is the second one going to happen? But Armor came out at a really good time there, saving the splat from happening.
I didn't expect that.
Neither did I. I just saw a blast, and it's just like, ta-da.
Somebody must have started blasting. Stormy trying to protect from that blaster. This splash wall has just been so useful, especially on such a close quarters map like Mako Mart, where these ledges can be your saviors or your demons. Lucio going in there, but this time not finding anything on that flank, and because of that, there's a lot of specials going online.
Oh, the jump cancel.
And the specials were abused a bit too early on the side of Persistence, and now there's a very good opportunity, but Surskit gets cut a little bit too far ahead. What in the world?
I think something that is there, like if the blaster, like if Skit had someone else just nearby in range to follow up, I think Skit will have so much more things. But right now, Persistence is doing a great job shutting down Skit.
Where'd the members of Persistence go?
Good question. We blinked and all of a sudden they're gone.
I don't know.
But it's vice versa. The fight is now happening, but it looks like the brush gets picked off here. It was a good pinch there by Persistence, and it looks like they're going to try to come back in. The zone is ticking down, but Persistence countering with specials here. Looks like they're trying to get Cap, but it's just the fight for the zone. And it looks like they did finally get Cap back, so lead won't be reclaimed here. But it was a really nice push attempt by YaYa Stars coming out of nowhere there.
Jay going to be able to use this inkjet to shove people out of the zone, give them a way for a little bit of paint, but it's not going to last for long, especially with that armor, and especially without that right stack control. They needed to get that high ground because Persistence ended up using it to their leverage and advantage.
They did. They really did. They used the stack, and they had the fall off power from that angle, and were just able to pick off YaYa Stars there. So now we have less than a minute to go, and YaYa Stars needs to come back in for the zone. It looks like they're really trying. They already got down one of the prime painters of Persistence, so that is a big pick for them. And Skit looking to try to get into a place here, but Stormy from the side!
What
Stormy
a huge
here.
play. And that's 2 down. Oh, you don't want to see it. The Booyah Bomb capturing the zone, and they're on the right stack already on the side of Persistence. Persistence has this lockout right in the zone, and Surskit, the main creator of opportunity, is down. Stormy ends up going down as well. Jay able to at least pick them up, but Aker able to clutch that out. Such good awareness, such good communication from the team, and that is able to cinch them the victory.
After securing that victory, we then go on to play round 2 redemption. If we win one more set, we are guaranteed a spot in top 12. Unfortunately, we ended up losing our round 2 set 2-3 to Forest Fire. It was a very intense set off stream. So now we go up against Assault and Pepper. If we win, we continue the rest of the tournament. If we lose, then that's it for us. We finish in 13th place. Check it out.
Ring. This is our last match of redemption pools. We will know exactly what your top cut is tomorrow after these sets. Persistence versus Assault and Pepper. Extended just a little bit too far, and we're a little bit impatient without those specials, without getting a solid footing on the enemy plat. Although Persistence might fall into the same trap if they're not careful. Here comes the specials from Persistence side as well, though. Could cause a little bit of havoc, could give them the room that they need to breathe and keep this lockout going. It's not looking like it's going to be doing too much.
Oh, what's this brush gotten story here?
If people check the map, they could find out that there's somebody here by the beacon. They didn't, although there was a Lucio sharking there, and it's going to be Neebles trying to fight off Lucio. Not going to be able to do so, although it was enough of a distraction so that HOP could get the zone. So good play from Nee, working with the team, but it's not going to be the solid foothold that they need unless Soren is able to pick off 2 here, and he does.
Soren here with the 2-for-1 pick, really helping out here, but Persistence still in control of the zone here. Rush to come out the side again. You can just see it from how their cameras are shifting from when we're on their view.
And they're looking to cap this zone instantly.
Something happened in the corner. There was a double down in the one left corner there on A2P's side, and just A2P is just up in now. They're in the Persistence base.
It looks like a baller play from Neebles is what ended up sealing the deal, and because of that, this is a pushed back Persistence. Nitstar's trying to find a way in here, and the Booyah Bomb is able to lead Lucio into the zone and is going to end up going down, but not after getting Persistence all the way into this map. And Assault and Pepper are on the back foot once again halfway through the match, and there's not a lot of penalty points before we start seeing them count all the way down.
Something to note here from before is once we saw the zap trying to push in. Stormy stuck in from the side.
Yes,
with Lucio, and they got the cap on the zone.
Deeble's able to take down that inkjet. That's huge. That's not what you want to see. You're not supposed to be dying to an ink rush there. The Beyond is going to chip down some armor on Stormy, but his Soren is going to be able to dodge it for the time being. They need to get in the zone now.
Time is running out. The baller doesn't pop on
the zone.
The missiles, they might cap this still. They did cap it still. Goodness. The missiles were coming in a good spot here. I think the baller wanted to go down on the zone, but just stayed on fan. But thank goodness for the missiles being popped at a good time and actually landing when they really needed them to land on the zone.
And Neeble's having the awareness to at least go for the zone after that, not giving up, not just trying to flail and baller. Lucio is on the Assault and Pepper side, finally jumps back, but there is a beacon over there that they're going to have to clear. They're going to have to spend some time. And I believe that there's another player, if we can get some vision on the side of Assault and Pepper's base. I believe that Stormy's in there. They're going to have to deal with all of this pressure, and it's going to be mounting. Finally, Stormy does go down.
Look at Lucio in this corner here. Lucio's in the corner just waiting for the opportunity. Does find this opportunity. That's one. But the other brush does manage to capitalize on that, and it looks like the lead's going to be reclaimed.
That's so bad. You can't inkjet when you're trying to go for the zone like that.
But it stopped at one.
Let's go, Stormy. Get the quad.
Stormy! Quad for Stormy!
Oh my gosh! And with a minute left, Stormy all of a sudden brings this game alive for Persistence, and what was almost assuredly a victory is ending up being a slobber knocker. They have one last chance to get some specials. They're only going to have a missiles and baller online in time, but they're not even going to have that because Stormy's going.
With
Debbie, what?
There's 40 seconds left of this game, but not a lot left on the timer, and it looks like the brush is trying to go in. Are they going to be able to get a pick on
Go for zone!
The game! Persistence takes it back!
He went for a pick, but not the zone. So he actually could have capped that right in that second. I thought it was gonna happen. Turned the wrong way. Oh my goodness. There were so many on knife's edge. That game was balancing on a knife's edge there. Dan gonna
they're
check
seeing
this
an
right
immediate
side.
flank. They do get the pick.
That's so huge.
It is big, especially on the knot, because a lot of people will, of course, anticipate the flanks early on. So just seeing that right away and just like taking the risk of waiting for it when the fight could be happening in mid, that is huge. But then getting the pick on it, that is a huge win on their part.
E2P though, trying to make something happen. They're gonna get missiled out here. Get forced off the tower. They don't exactly have the positioning to keep this thing rolling, although nobody's really looking at the tower.
Look at Stormy just on the other side here. Stormy's fighting on the other side while Soren's just kind of waiting by the pillow here. I think Stormy finally came across, but Soren got the pick on Stormy while he was trying to come back.
That's actually massive. And now this Acre is going down as well, and because of that, they have control of Snipe, and they could get across the grates here if they are able to do so quick enough. They're going to be able to pressure it out. They can have this high ground. That's such an important spot on the Snipe area. But the Persistence is not giving up yet. They're getting called out, they're getting spotted out, but they do already go one down. Nidstar's down, and because of that, A2P looks like they're going all the way in. Yeah, look at Rats. Rats is all the way up.
Just the brush is all the way in, and what is it? Lucio was actually caught out on the attic there behind. So it's kind of just the brush left here in the corner. Is going to try to stall it out. Gets one pick, but does get followed up on. But however, that does stall Lucio basically kind of in a 1v1 spot here, but not for long. Dan is going to get collapsed on immediately.
No, they saw him sharking, wanted to get in barely enough. I think that was actually a fake out. I think that was actually Lucio knew exactly where he was, and then wanted to get a little bit closer, and so faked him out. That was really impressive, if that was the case. And now is able to find a pick here on a knee. That's
Look at
so
these moves.
Look at the moves. Faker! What was that? The Booyah Bomb here from Stormy, and finally Persistence isn't on the back foot. They can get this thing rolling. A2P needs to start going into that top right area and just start getting their specials quickly. But look at the special counters. They're not up yet. They're not anywhere close.
No,
but if they can get these picks, they're important. But Lucio
Lucio
getting two, getting three. And that's the spin. That's the huge picks that they need. This is definitely going to be the lead for them.
Sound the alarm. Lucio is enabled, but it looks like the tower is being contested by bombs, and Soren getting a good two there. I believe Soren got those two. Stormy here just waiting for a few members from A2P to move up. Does find one. Lucio is behind Stormy, covering Stormy's back. So this is good team play here as two members from A2P are down, but Stormy does go down. It looks like Dan does find the Nautilus. So that very, very tight spot there for A2P, but able to close up Persistence there. But Lucio isn't done.
And the jump outs? Is this Beacon Man?
Yes.
Beacon Man come alive? Look like Persistence needs to start going in one more time. They're going to try and do so. They're already up here on this Snipe area.
Oh my
Rats
goodness.
barely able to rat away. Dan going down, who was so clutch in that last one, is not going to have the Booyah Bomb online for the time being, and that's not going to be able to stop the tower. In fact, there's no specials online for the side of A2P. But Dan can get the picks anyways, and with the Rats on this brush, they're going to defend the tower for now.
Where's corner Persistence here coming up from the one side, gets a bomb picked at Lucio coming in from behind, but Soren sees it happen. So that's a wipe. Just A2P just wipes him at the very end. Called out everything and just got picked off. We see A2P already popping. Oh, the window pick.
You can't be sitting up there. It's such a dangerous spot, and it's such a good entryway, but it's also a very good see-through spot for the enemy team, especially if they're all the way in mid and they're going to be pushing up because of this. They're already through elbow. They're getting caught in the corner by the rocks, not able to make it out from this shark area on the ledges. 2v2 though, and they're both on the ground. They could go for this Rainmaker to try and get a couple more points if they really wanted to, but instead they're going to back off, get jumps. Though one is going into the rail, and Knee is trying to go all the way in.
It looks like they were going to try to maybe stall out the Rainmaker there, but Persistence saying, no, we're just going to wait until you make this one error, and then we're going to split out the rest of your team. And that's what they did. The Brush moved up, thinking they could maybe do something there, but Persistence like, this is our moment to shine. And they picked off the Brush and then a second in return. And now Persistence is going to try to push here. But look at this bomb pressure already coming out from A2P. They just got the mid line out of the way. If Stormy can get these two out of the way. Oh, but from on top, Soren just comes and dunks on the Rainmaker, getting another pick here too.
Single missing out this rat that is Lucio and finally getting it out. Going to pick up the Rainmaker probably. Aker trying to find that pick like we saw earlier, but that bomb is going to get stuck. That missile and the bomb pressure is so much, but Lucio around this elbow, around the corner.
Look at Lucio move. Lucio's just dancing over there, just like, are you gonna shoot at me? Where are you gonna shoot? I'm just gonna change your aim so much that you're not gonna hit me.
It's standoffish, it's showish, and that's exactly what we like to see.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a tough scrap for mid here, but I don't know if we can get a pick here. What a crazy inkjet shot from the bunker, ending up sniping Tim. Like we saw with A2P getting that pick on the window spot, they were able to do so right in return. Unfortunately, Ninstar is able to get taken down on this Rainmaker
from being there, but both of them can still move relatively quickly. It's the reaction time from each team, and two go down there. Wow, and just kind of blink of an eye, and it looks like the brush is stuck in a corner here, but spacing, but has nowhere to go.
Stormy, I cannot believe that you got that turnaround. I still cannot. Persistence is playing on an entirely different level from what we've been seeing. They're getting so many plays. They're getting so many multi-kills that it's so impressive how this team has been able to do mechanically. And like we were talking, old school versus new school. But the old school has some tricks up their sleeve, and it looks like they're not able to deal with it quite yet. But Lucio is just able to pick them off anyways. Able to separate them, splat them, and Tim is able to jump out with that ray, and Dan's going to try and find the way around her. Wait, no, that's Tim, but Tim gets a pick.
But there was someone right above. Tim got pinched in between. Lucio just had to bait Tim into the other Persistence members, and that's what happened. However, A2P still short here a little bit. Persistence trying to defend as much as they can, as they do have the lead right now. There's a minute left in this game, and it looks like Persistence is trying to use aggression, but is being forced back now. Look at A2P just moving in as a unit on the side. They pick off Stormy.
Oh, look at that. Like a unit,
and they
exactly.
have a Stingray too.
Oh, and Tim's in the perfect spot.
They got Lucio. But Inkjet's out. There's 30 seconds left. Tim has the Stingray at the ready, and as soon as the Inkjet's going to land, I think this Ray's going to pop.
That Inkjet did such a good job stalling for time, though, and that's exactly what they needed. Look at the rail. That Lucio's probably going to go up there, and it's exactly what they go.
That's what it is.
They're going to get the pincer off.
They got the
full wipe. I cannot believe it. A2P is able to clutch this one out, barely getting the dunk, and A2P is back on the board. What?
Oh my god!
After so many all-star plays from both Lucio and Stormy, they got a little bit too overeager in one situation, and that is exactly why Rainmaker is the most punishing mode in Splatoon.
We see the Flingza coming back out on A2P's side and switching to the V-Jet this time as well, alongside that Brush and K-Shot.
Flingza Roller has been working well for Dan, but unfortunately for Ninstar, it's going to work against them.
The baller with the edge of the Booyah there just to save the Brush, getting that beacon down. We got a Brush on Brush here. Who's going to come out on top? Looks like the Ink Brush will prevail over the Octo Brush this time. Soren here looking for the clam.
Stays alive?
Yeah, and somehow stays alive.
I can't believe it. And Aker actually ends up going down too, and Neebles is still on this right side, putting in so much pressure. She's doing a fantastic job just being that distraction. Unfortunately, gets taken down. They're going to have to deal with them from both ways now. So we're going to fire off these missiles, maybe in a little bit of a panic, maybe to just buy some time. But Dan might be trying to go for a little bit of a score here on that right side. Can he get it in time? No, I don't think so.
I think
he almost got there too.
That's a counter to that, but I noticed Soren has been using the missiles to scout out from before, because they do have 2 sets of missiles in this comp. Actually, no, I think it's
3.
It's 3 sets of missiles, so it doesn't matter what time they use them as long as they stagger them. And they can use them whenever just to get continuous scouting, and I think they're doing that because of the Brush, because of Lucio.
They're also doing it because it discombobulates and separates the enemy team, which is exactly what they've been doing well together, especially with this Brush, but they're pushing, and they've already got so many clams in. There's so many clams on the map, too. They could easily end this if they stay alive, but unfortunately, they're going down a little bit by a little bit. Unfortunately, so is Persistence. They're 3 down, and it's only Ninstar's trying to defend from Soren, and Ninstar's
Soren's got a lot of clams here, and there's even some behind, but Lucio's trying to get in the way, does finally shut down Soren.
But Neebles has clams! Neebles has lethal, and could go for it. I don't think they saw.
No! Oh, so close, but getting it all the way down to 5. keeping that much pressure and even just picking off Persistence as they were coming back in. Now
And they're going to have to figure out what to do against Stormy on this left sack.
Stormy getting one pick. I think the brush was trying to also look for Stormy, but got too far ahead there. But I think is going. What? Hold on! Hold on!
Stormy, that's not legal. Stormy, that's not allowed. Stormy, you can't be doing this. Persistence is trying to get the score. It gets the jump back to get the clam.
Lucio's trying to get the clam and come back in because I think Lucio's got a lot of super jump, but however, Persistence can't get quite back in it. They're going to try to get the other clam, but it just falls a little bit
wanted
short.
the big score. They really wanted it, but they weren't able to get to it in time because they just got a little bit shoved out by the range of A2P.
This clam just can't go around and pull off like a successful off angle. They're just stuck back kind of being the support, but they're doing so well.
Soren thought he had a power clam there. Unfortunately, didn't get one in time and is going to get missiled out. This is the last one left alive. Persistence does have enough for a push here, but unfortunately, you can't full rush off of that. Soren is still alive, and although they have a bunch of clams here, if they can't get set up, it's going to be detrimental. But Persistence doesn't care. They're still here.
It's still here, and they still have clams to throw. It's Lucio and Stormy right now. They just need to use.
This could be the end! Persistence will bring this back, and it's going to do it! Persistence is still alive! Persistence is now threatening to win this game, taking it out of the hands of A2P. What? There's 30 seconds left. There's 30 seconds left. Assault and Pepper still could do this. Assault and Pepper still has the missile spam. Assault and Pepper still has the absolutely presence.
They got Lucio and they got Stormy. That is huge for them. They just need to find these other two. That's 3 down on the side of Persistence.
Oh, there it is.
Basket.
And the finishing blow. Assault and Pepper is going to top cut tomorrow.
Oh.
Let's go. The pop-off is so real.
Oh.
The pop-off is so real from Assault and Pepper.
Oh,
shout outs to them. JPEG is in the crowd. JPEG is on the stage. Oh, and Persistence is heartbroken.
Oh my goodness.
So, unfortunately, we did not win that last set and finished at 13th place, but I was not sad or upset at all. I was very proud of my teammates. I'm very proud of how we played. We did a lot, way better than what I was expecting, so no harm there. Couple of side notes, I subbed for this team called Crown 9, so I ended up playing in top 12, and we made it all the way to loser semifinals, and we finished in 4th place, losing to Blush, unfortunately, but it was still a nice experience. Thank you for Crown 9 for letting me sub. Oh yeah, another side note, one of my friends' teams called the Grillers finished 1st place in the bronze bracket, and I'm very happy that they won. I was cheering for them the whole time, and congratulations to them. And yeah, that was my first ever LAN experience. It was such a nice time, and I can't wait to go to Riptide, wait for the next one. But I know this has been a long video. It's a lot different from my normal videos because I actually have a setup now. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Until next time, see ya.